All right, guys. So other gurus teach this. They say do a long, lengthy webinar. And I'm going to tell you today, don't do it. It's a waste of time. There is a better way, and I'm going to show you what that is in this training. So this is a true story. Maybe 2 months ago, I had a gal basically come into my messenger practically in tears because another guru said you need to create a long webinar. And you need to put testimonials and case studies and research and all these different fluff, a lot of filler. And she's like coming to me in my messenger basically in tears because she gave this other guy $20,000 and she has not made a penny yet. And so I asked her, hey, how long is your webinar? And she goes, 55 minutes. 55 minutes. There's very few people, just a little tidbit for you. There's very few people walking planet Earth these days that can keep somebody's attention for an hour long. It does not happen. Okay, look at your metrics, look at your Wistia metrics or your YouTube, whatever it is. When I look at mine, and I've been doing this thing for 20 years, and I'm not that good to keep somebody's attention for 55 minutes. So when you look at your metrics, so like here it is, so here's your time, right? Here's the number of people logging onto your webinar. So everybody starts up here. Here's what happens, okay? It is the law of diminishing return. By the time they get to, the call to action, they are gone. So I'm like, no wonder why you haven't made a penny yet. Your webinar is too damn long. Okay? So you got to be careful so there's so much stuff out there. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of chaos and confusion. What's working, what's not working. Long webinars may have worked 6 years ago, 7 years, 10 years ago. You might have been able to keep somebody's attention. But now with TikTok and Instagram, it's like, you think you're going to slow somebody down for an hour? It's not going to happen. Here's my favorite method right now. As of today, as of right now, as of this recording, here's my favorite. Let me change the color on this. Landing page, right? Little video if you want to. And then we send them to a little low ticket offer. And then we're on to the masterclass. And then we're on to a call. Okay, I'm gonna break this down in greater detail right now. Here's what happens. So little invite, like right here, and that's just, hey guys, I want to invite you to our next functional, weight loss masterclass. I want to invite you to our next diabetes workshop, whatever it is. It's like a minute or less. Okay, opt-in page. Then I take them to a $67 something, a $97 something. I'm going to put a link. I'm going to put this video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link underneath this video. It is a link to my Scale Type 2, it's Scale Functional Medicine. It's my masterclass. You can actually see this model, this framework, start to finish. And then you take that same framework and apply it towards your clinic. Apply it towards a specific niche. But a $67, a $47 something. And I'll talk about this in a second. Then we take them to a masterclass, 15 minutes or less. Okay? 15 minutes or less. That is the key. Okay? Because I learned many years ago, and I talk about this when I do my day ones. The more I talk, the more I screw it up. And you have to come at this with the same angle. Like if I do a 55-minute webinar, the chances of me screwing it up are enormous. Like you need to trim that sucker down to even 10 minutes. Just, hey, here's the problem. Here's why thyroid is so poorly managed in this country. It's all drugs, chemical cover-ups, and poorly managed blood, lab work, blah, blah, blah. Here's why it's so poorly managed. Here's what we do. Here's why we're unique and different. Here's why we're unlike anything you've ever seen or tried before. This is your next step. That's the model that I've been running with for years. Here's the problem. Here's the solution. Here's your next step. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You're not don't think, and other gurus might tell you this, they think, oh, the longer it is, the better it is. No, the longer it is, the probably more sucky it is because people don't sit and watch that stuff. Very few people walking planet Earth can keep somebody's attention. Maybe Dan Kennedy, right? Maybe some of the legends can keep somebody's attention, or at least maybe they make up for it in volume because they have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people tuning into the thing. That's a different story. Us, the little guys in the functional medicine space, we don't have that type of volume to work with. So Anyway, 15 minutes or less. That's what I shoot for. If you look at my diabetes masterclass, 15 minutes. My functional weight loss masterclass, 15 minutes. Like short, simple, concise. Then call. Okay? Call to action right here on this masterclass is a discovery call. Because I know that the fastest path to cash is talking to human beings on the phone who have problems. Okay? Money does not come from the end of a webinar. You're not going to stick a button for $1,000, $2,000 care plan at the end of a webinar. That's not going to work. So if another guru says, oh, you can create an hour-long webinar and you can put a price tag of $1,000, no, it's going to take a call, right? We're in the world of human beings talking to human beings. So the call to action for most of this stuff should be a discovery call. And for me, I do 20-minute calls. I'm on the phone, I'm off the phone in about 20 minutes. Because they're coming to me already knowing they have the condition. Somebody else has already slapped the label on them. My job is to come alongside. Hey, this is what we need to do. We're gonna do this, and this is what it's gonna cost. Are you on board? Oh yeah, let's do it. And I take money over the phone. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. But this 67 or this 97, it offsets my ad spend. Okay, and you've seen my other trainings before, but this is why I love this model so much. So like I call this like a VIP upgrade or a quick start, whatever you want to call it. But if I run ads here, Facebook ads here, okay, and if I'm going down to do the math, let's say I get 100 clicks roughly. Most of my funnels on Facebook, they pull about 28 to 32%, so let's just call it 30%. 30% opt-in, okay, nothing else, just 100 people hit the funnel, 30%, roughly 30% opt in to the masterclass, the webinar. And then if I can get 2 people out of the 30 to give me let's say a 67, what did I just do? Okay, roughly on Facebook, it's about $1 a click, generally, give or take, $1 a click if somebody's clicking on my stuff. I've taken that 67 and I've squashed my ad spend. So, because I hate being upside down in ad spend, I hate losing money on ads. So if I can squash it, negate it, self-liquidate the funnel, now I can take my ad spend from $100 a day, or maybe it's $20 a day if you're starting slow, to $50, to $200, to $500, to $1,000. And so my ad structure typically is one campaign, otherwise I'm competing with myself, one campaign, one ad set, many ads. They're self-liquidated. And you'll see that if you go to this funnel, you'll see that process start to finish. Where I have just a little low ticket VIP that offsets my ad spend. So that I can, Russell Brunson, many, many years ago, taught me, whoever can spend the most, okay? Perk up on this one. Whoever can spend the most, not the least. Some of you guys, hey, how much do I have to spend on ads? Whoever can spend the most to attract a new patient is gonna win the game. Not whoever can spend the least. Whoever can spend the most wins the game. So we need to spend the most, we need to squash our competition, and we need to play the long game. Long game, because a lot of times the more seasoned your pixel gets, the more data, the more conversions your pixel gets, the better it does. So the more we play long game, your people, your following, they're gonna keep seeing your stuff again and again and again. That's how the algorithm works. They're gonna keep seeing your stuff. So you play the big massive game by scaling your ad spend, but then we play a long game. Like we're gonna keep in touch with these people until what? Until they buy or die, whichever comes first. Now this could be in the form of emails, because you're capturing email right here, right? But it comes in the form of, hey, Facebook is beautiful at retargeting people. If they clicked on your funnel and if they opted in, they're gonna start seeing different forms and varieties of your ads. So create many, many ads. I know campaigns out there that have 1,700 ads under one campaign. So one campaign, 1,700 different creatives underneath that thing. And you just let Facebook work it out. I'm getting into the weeds too much, but I just want to show you my favorite framework. Stop doing the long, lengthy webinars. Do that, what I just showed you, do that instead. Short masterclass, ideally something low ticket, something VIP, sitting in between you and the masterclass or the landing page in the masterclass. Something that if I can get a couple, 2 or 3 people, squash that ad spend, get rid of it, take it to the moon. If you have any questions, let me know.